I have been buying gas from Sam's Club 8228 for over 5 years with no issue until today, January 2nd, 2026. I buy gas here roughly every 2 weeks. I never have ever seen these orange cones nor blocking items hindering buyers prior. Kind of give you guys some feedback. Decided to take a new vehicle. I got a Christmas present for myself and was running over to get some gas. Long story short, traffic was pretty heavy, which it usually is on this particular side of town. And I noticed a lot of orange cones over here. It seems like all that did was further frustrate this traffic, further just kind of plumping everybody together. That being said, I couldn't see a way around. I couldn't see anything moving. So like usual, these cones are not here. You guys got to remember that. None of this stuff has ever been here. So usually you cut through here and you go around because like many of us, my gas is on the driver's side. And anyone that knows anything about automotive reconditioning or detailing at an expert professional level, you're never going to drag that pump across the back of the vehicle without scratching potential aggregates and things that you get from roadway travel. And so that being said, you'll notice those two pumps are completely not being used, and basically you don't see a long traffic line behind these two roads, which those two other adjacent roads, which basically means you're just frustrating all of the people that are coming here to bless you with their business. And this young Afro-American man just decides to walk over and give me his 2 cents about all the wonderful things that he has an opinion about. So I'm going to read this to you. And this young Afro-American man not only stood in my way of pumping gas, remained in my space, yet kept arguing with me that these traffic cones have been here for 2 months. Absolute BS. He would not let me pump gas, even though there was no one waiting, all because he said I entered the pumps facing the wrong way. He then wanted to argue that I could pull the pump line across my brand new car and it would not scratch it. He is absolutely wrong. I know this because I have 35 plus years in auto detailing and automotive reconditioning experience as a professional. It's actually taken me globally. I called for his manager. She finally came out. It's like 100 and probably 30 or 40 yards from the store. So this guy basically made his manager walk all this distance. She came out. She was nice. She allowed me to pump the gas this last time. But that being said, she also wanted to argue and say, oh, these cones have been out for 2 months. I'm like, ma'am, listen, you guys can say this all day long. I've got dash cams on all my vehicles. These cones have not been here. So all that being said, I want to encourage you, if you're like me, you kind of believing that, Sam's is the only place to go to get gas. I just encourage you, think about what you're really saving. If you're going on a busy side of town and you're saving 25 cents a gallon, 30 cents a gallon, you get 15 gallons of gas. I mean, $4.50 to put up with the traffic, the frustration, and now this type of dominant behavior based upon what the manager told me was corporate, Sam's corporate, is deciding to do all of these, these hindrances and trying to control traffic flow, which really is up to city, local government. I don't think you can do that in a PVA, a public vehicular area. I don't believe you can manipulate all of this without potentially violating rules and regulations of consumers, because you have to have a permit to do these things. You're also causing safety issues within public travel in a PVA because these are clearly not the correct widths of roadways and tolerances that DOT allows for traffic of two-way traffic. So all that being said, I'm not here to argue with people. I'm just here to tell you my story, and that, it's never a good idea for anybody to get in somebody's face, catch an attitude, exert your dominance when you should be de-escalating a conversation, particularly in such a great time of year. It's a new year. I'm sure this young man was doing his job, but what they've caused a wonderful lesson, and I will never spend another dollar at Sam's Club. If they were to give me a membership for life, I will never spend another dollar at Sam's Club, and encourage you to do the same.